Question.
My question was more with the founders. Like, what are the main characteristics? I mean, you mentioned a little bit earlier the grit, the determination, but what else do you see in a founder or founders that gives you that instinct to say him, or them? Yeah, him.
So, two buckets of things.
You see, we are living in the greatest era to be alive.
The old empire to the new empire is seen in building a personal brand, because the old gatekeepers of media and reputation were just newspapers and the radio, and there was 10 of those, so you've got to be lucky to get on one of those. Now, in the new empire, in the clouds, you can build your own media company around you.
The social media revolution, here for the ones who know exactly what we do and how we're going to amplify your revenue and your sales to be able to get your personal brand out to the world. So I'm going to be looking forward to having a chat with you.
The first bucket we call founder DNA, and so does that person have the right founder material to make it through what is like a grueling 7 to 10 year journey with all sorts of twists and turns and hardships. I think Elon Musk described founding a company as like chewing on glass and staring into the abyss, which is a bit dramatic, but has this person had their life, has it all been easy, or have they had to overcome adversity? A lot of the founders that we back are first generation immigrants into Australia, and often there's the hardship there that they had to overcome, and they're sort of very, very hungry. Or it might be that they had a company before and failed, and that can be great as well. But there's certainly a bunch of adversity there. We look for creative problem solving. So whenever they sort of had to think really outside the box to get something done, whenever they bended the rules or even broken the rules.
I think ultimately that's what's so great about entrepreneurship versus corporate. The reason a lot of small companies do win is they do what you should do, and big companies do what you're supposed to do.
Make something happen. Are they the type of person that they'll just walk through walls if need be to get something done? And I think this is the stuff that falls under leadership. Do they believe in themselves enough that they can attract investors and use great talent to work for them? Because they're going to have to if they're going to build a great company. So our last question is why do you want to do a startup? I'm really interested in just hearing the talk. Evidently, often you get tourists into what we call tourists, which are people who think they want to do a startup, but they don't really. And when shit gets gnarly, they bounce pretty quick. But do they see it as a personal mission? Is it deeply important to them that they, build something and bring something to life? And then there's what we call spike, and that is what are they, one of the best in the world at? And it could be that they're a subject matter expert, so they know more about water filtration than anybody else, or they know more about dark patterns, which are UI, UX, designed to trick consumers or something else. So they know more about a particular sector that gives them an unfair advantage. Or maybe they're just a fantastic builder. They're a brilliant product manager or back-end architect or dev or machine learning or AI expertise. This is the build bucket. And finally, the third bucket is they just excel on that commercialization and go to market.
Yeah.
And what we look to do then is, of those three buckets, to pair people up. And so, recently we invested in a company called Axiom, and it was a founder with 10 years of experience working with BHP and developing patents through a number of universities around how to treat wastewater, in ways that just currently aren't available. And that's got all sorts of implications, like the mining and manufacturing industry and even the data center industry. That person alone is not a company. Can't come up in there could not take their IP and bring it to the world, but we're able to pair him up with a founder called Tia, and she was an ex-founder, very strong in commercialization, and so together they make a quite formidable team. And so often it's like subject matter expert and a builder, or a builder and a go-to-market person, depending on what the idea is.
Yeah. So like, where is there a correlation with what you're saying in terms of what you see in a founder to also the communication piece and how they communicate their idea, how they communicate their product? Is that like a big thing also for you guys?
I think that falls under leadership.
Okay.
Like, do we think they have what it takes to vocalize a vision that people are going to be excited by?
Yeah.
And that's important, right? Because they're going to need to attract great staff, but also they're going to need to attract investors. And so if we invest really early stages Antler, but the team struggles to get any follow-on investment, well, we've done our money, right? And so part of our investment process, we are thinking, is this team investable? And now what's important to remember is, like a lot of people, it's not just where somebody is in terms of all these, in terms of like investability and how strong they are on these important things, but it's also their trajectory. And so someone who's like 15, 20 years into their career and a commercialization person, you're going to hold them to a higher standard than potentially a developer who's just starting to think more about business more broadly, or even somebody earlier in their career. So we're not just looking at where somebody is, we're looking at how, over the course of our 12-week residency program, what is their trajectory? How fast are they learning? How fast are they improving? Because the steeper the trajectory over those 12 weeks, then you sort of extrapolate, well, shit, but in another 2 or 3 years, this person could be an absolute rock star. Over 5 to 10 years, they could build something absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
That's the fun one. Other questions, guys?
Yeah. You mentioned the residency that you to help the workforce stage.
Let me tell you, YouTube changed my life. Being able to start a media company, being able to go out there and just be myself, it's been one of the most impactful things. And part of growing on YouTube, a huge part of growing on YouTube that people don't realize is your YouTube description. So people need to find your videos, right? So the more clearer you are with SEO and the way you word your description of what's happening in the video, the better way it's going to be found. And the same thing if you're writing a blog post or anything. And so I found this amazing service, Text Cortex, literally all of my YouTube videos now. Hey, I need these videos optimized for SEO to be found by the most people. What do? I put it in Text Cortex. It's my personal AI assistant, and it gives me a full-on YouTube description. It gives me tags as well, so I can put that tags, boom, put it out on the internet, put my blog post out. So consistently, I'm just on an output that's amazing and that people can actually find my video.
YouTube's an attraction-based model, or if you provide the content, you do the selling on camera, you can reach a much broader audience. The leads are inbound. People call us and want to do business with us. The relationship is already intact whenever they reach out.
YouTube is a search engine. So if you have the correct SEO and the amazing wording, it can help your video rank better. So use Text Cortex, use your brain, and use systems that are going to impact you in the long run. So go now.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're going to love that one.